What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Shop Talk here at 31 Records, my little record store in Houston, Texas. Boy, I tell you, today has been an eventful day, to say the least. So on this episode, we're not listening to any music because I couldn't come up with something I wanted to hear bad enough. I'm just kind of worn out, man. I need a little bit of a audio break, I think, for like about 2-3 hours, and then I'll be back to it. But some quiet is kind of nice, you know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the show last night and what happened at the store today. Nothing crazy. Well, actually, it was kind of cool. It was a cool story. It was a cool story. All right. Actually, let me grab one thing real fast. It'll make it even cooler. Okay. So, all right. The show last night. Subhumans, The Hates. Hella fun. Shout out to Bree and Josh. Got to see you guys at the show. It's always nice seeing my friends from Alamo Draft House who I don't, get to talk to and see all that often anymore. Okay, so if you want to see a very quick, like 2 or 3 minute, very bad, very embarrassing interview that I did with Dick Lucas, it's going to be on my Patreon. I'm not used to in-person interviews yet, and I just couldn't remember what I was going to ask him. It's bad, dude. He was very nice about it. It's bad. I'll let you guys watch it if you're on my Patreon, because it is what it is, man. He's a super cool dude. And lesson learned. Next time I go up, I will have notes on my other phone ready to rock and roll. But yeah, if you want to check out my Patreon, it'll be there. I'm trying to come up with some cool exclusive content. I feel like this is a good little piece of content for you guys to check out. But The Hates, dude, I'll be honest, man, they don't get enough credit. They rip, dude. Their live sets are really, really good. They're real tight. Yeah, they're a 3-piece, and it's fun to watch them play. I'll have footage of their set, and actually their set from like a week and a half ago as well this week. So you'll be able to see some of their stuff. The Subhumans. I don't know how Dick Lucas has that much energy at his age. Dude, it was awesome. He did a great job. The band played very well. They were all good. I'm not just talking about him. He did a great job as a front man. I mean, he's older than I am, and he was super cool. Man, that guy is so rad. I hope I can talk to him one day, in like a long form conversation. He may not want to, but yeah, so venue, solid. It was at a Secret Group. Solid venue. Just the right amount of space for a packed room full of punk rockers. The bar was seemingly nice. They had a water set up, cold water for people to drink for free, which I thought was really great. The bartenders were nice. The prices were fair. The crowd was amazing. The sound was solid. Dude, this was an A+ event. Not to mention, it was Friday night, but it was over with at like 11:30. Dude, look. Show starts at 8. It's The Hates, and then another band called Fia. Yo, shout out them ladies, dude. They are awesome. I would love to get them on the show one of these days. I wish I had filmed them, but my battery ran out. You'll see it. Yeah. Anyways, they're really, really good, and I enjoyed watching them. But it was Hates, and then it was those ladies, and then it was Subhumans. Everything was in a timely order. It was over with by 11:30. I was home a little later because I stopped to get something to eat. But I could have been home at a reasonable hour. It was awesome, man. A+ event, dude. A+ event. Subhuman's set was really good. They did an encore of 4 songs, which I thought was incredibly generous of them. And none of it seemed like they didn't want to be there. And I'm thinking, dude, they drove 6 hours from Dallas and got out. Dude, I mean, it's the life of a touring punk rocker, right? I mean, good grief, dude. Salute to those guys. Oh, and I also bought some records from them for the shop, obviously. I will splice that in here at some point. But yeah, I had a really good time there. I filmed it. I got to hang out with Dick Lucas for a little bit. I hung out with most of the band. They were really cool. And Butch from 30 Foot Fall was there. Obviously, I was hanging out with Colin. It was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, good time, dude. Absolutely fun time at the show. All right, so for today's little stuff that happened. It was really cool. Was I walk. Okay, so I got here. I opened up, got everything opened, and then I walked to the cafe to get a Diet Dr Pepper, and I think I went to the men's room or whatever. And I came back, right as I'm walking in. I see this guy standing at my over by the door, and he's like looking through records, and I see his elbow, and I went, "Huh, that looks like Gabe's tattoo." And then he's like, "Hey, what's up, Randall?" And I was like, "Gabe." It was Gabe, my buddy Gabe, right? Gabe Wells sang for Pride Kills, most notably one of my all-time favorite bands, period, the end. They got me into hardcore. It changed my life, and he's a friend of mine. I've known him since high school. And so we're in here and we're talking, right? We're just chilling, and then this other dude comes in, and he's like, I said, "Hey, man, welcome to the shop, da-da-da. We got a sale going on today, whatever, whatever." He picks out some 45s, and he's like, "Hey, can you price these for me?" I was like, "Yeah, no problem." I said, "I'll price them, and then, it's 20% off the top for the sale today." He's like, "Oh, awesome." And I was like, "Yeah, dude, no worries." And so I priced them, and ultimately he had to like sift through them, and he didn't end up getting this one. But at first I was standing there, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny that you picked this up today." And he was like, he turns around and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, I like that band. They're like early 2000s Houston stuff, right? My friend got me into them or whatever." And I look over at Gabe and I start chuckling, and then I was like, "Yeah, it's just weird that he's in here." And he looks at Gabe and he's like, "Huh?" And then Gabe has his arms like this. He's got Pride Kills tattooed on his arms. And then the guy's like, "Oh shit." And I was like, "Yeah, bro, that's the singer." Or Gabe's like, "I sing for them." And he's like, "Oh my goodness, that's crazy." We just, chopped it up for a few minutes, but it was really cool to talk with this dude about like hardcore, a little bit of grind, a little bit of punk. And ultimately, he bought a few 45s off me, which I thought was really cool. Gabe bought some stuff from me, which I thought was awesome. I needed the money, so thank you, Gabe. But yeah, dude, Pride Kills. Oh, I love this band so much, man. Yeah, and then let's see, about maybe like an hour goes by, and this dude's in here, and he's like looking through records, and I have a section of like new arrivals, and he pulls one out and he goes, "Hey, man," and he goes, "How much is this record?" And I was like, "I don't know. I just picked that up. Let me take a look at it, and I'll get a price for you real quick." And then I told him about the sale, and he was like, "Awesome, cool." So I priced it, and then I was like, "Here you go." And then I was like, "That's interesting. I don't know much about that group, but they're pretty obscure." And he goes, "Yeah, man, I did the cover for that." And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean you designed this cover?" And he's like, No. I did the cover." And if you can see, first off, the back is white. And you can see that there's like different like variations of like sheen, gloss. It's because this is all stencil and spray paint. And he did like, I don't know, however many they made for their record, plus some extras just in case. But yeah, man, this was his label. And I just thought, man, what a small world. So the Secret Prostitutes, I don't know much about them, but they will be featured on the channel pretty soon. I'll probably do a Deep Cuts episode featuring this group. I'll be taking this home and listening to it just to kind of see what it's all about. He did tell me that they were, or that the singer is Indonesian. And I don't know if y'all remember, but I was trying to do some Indonesian content. It got all jacked up. I still might try to do it at some point, but it got messed up to where I couldn't do it at the time I was wanting to. But I thought it was really cool that the guy that designed this was in here today. What a weird day, right? First, Gabe pops in here. Haven't seen him in a while. Then a guy picks up his record randomly. We get to chatting. And then the dude walks in that, designed and made this cover. I thought that was pretty cool. And then about a half hour ago, I had these two gentlemen in here looking through stuff, and he picked up a few things. He was from out of town. I gave him my card, said, "Hey, I ship worldwide. If you want something from me, check out my Instagram. You see something, let me know if you like it, da 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 da." But he keeps talking like, "Dude, this place is cool, blah blah blah." And he turns around and he goes, as a matter of fact, he's walking by right now. He goes, "Dude, this place made my fucking day." And I went, "Bro, you made my fucking day." It was awesome, bro. It was so cool. Like, I clearly just have a blast doing this stuff, man. I fucking love it, man. It is awesome, bro. This is going to be a shorter video. I don't got a whole lot else to say today. I don't want to keep blabbering on about stuff that doesn't matter. But, yeah, man, interesting day at the shop. I made some good money. Let's see. What did I sell the most of today? I did Nirvana in Utero tape. That one sold today. A few CDs to these other kids. And that guy that was talking about Pride Kills, he picked up a Antidote 7-inch, an Assault 7-inch, a Rata 7-inch, and then I sold. And then Gabe picked up the 2 Bullshit Detector 7-inch records and a Before Dawn record. So shout out to Gabe for picking up some local shit. But yeah, man, good times, dude. Good weekend. This is a successful record store day, man. None of the bullshit, none of the scammy stuff. Just rad people picking up records at a discounted price. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Record store day 2025 success. Also, I'm gonna have the sale tomorrow. So if you're watching this and you're in Houston, come on by. I'll have the sale all day. Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta go watch these fights tonight. Let's go, Volk. All right, y'all get out of here. Go watch the fights. Go spin some records. Go hang out with your friends. You got kids? Go hug them, little bastards. All right, love you guys. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Trying to hit 11K before the 27th. We're only like 400 away. I think we can do it if we really just kind of push it. I'm gonna do that Rancid video to this week. I hope that gives us a little bump. You know what I'm saying? Who fucking knows, man? Yeah, I'm out of here, guys. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Okay, peace.